It's okay, Mr. Pants. In your own time, tell us what you can remember.
Can I smoke?
Yeah, sure. Someone get Mr. Pants a cigarette?
Thanks, officer.
Hey, call me Roger. We're here for you, Mr. Pants. Nobody can hurt you here. You're perfectly safe in your own time.
It was a normal day. There was nothing to indicate. I mean, who could predict? I'm sorry.
It's fine, Mr. Pants. I understand this is upsetting for you. Take your time.
Sorry. It was an ad on Facebook Marketplace.
What was the ad for, Mr. Pants?
It was a CRT television. You know, like in the 90s, you remember them? Before flat screens. Fucking bulletproof those boys were.
Yeah, I remember them.
Well, I wanted one. You see, I play computer games from the 80s and 90s on an old machine. And they, Sorry. They look better on a CRT, you know?
I can't say I ever noticed, but I'll take your word for it.
Well, there was one that was free to a good home. I called the guy, he seemed nice, so he arranged for me to pop around and pick it up. I did, and we got chatting. It turned out he was into old game machines too.
Did you get a name, Mr. Pants?
It was Carlton, something like that.
Okay.
I told him I was going to use it for my old machine because it looked better, you know. He asked me what machine, and I told him, and his eyes, and his eyes. I mean, those eyes. There was evil in his eyes.
Which machine was it, Mr. Pants?
The evil, the anger, the insanity.
Mr. Pants.
He cut off my arms. The bastard cut off my fucking arms. He cut off my legs, that sick son of a bitch.
Mr. Pants, what machine was it?
He threw me in a dungeon with no arms and no legs. I thought I was gonna fucking die.
Mr. Pants, what machine was it?
It was a Spectrum. It was a Sinclair Spectrum.
This concludes our inquiries.
What? Fucking what?
To be fair, Mr. Pants, you kinda had this coming.
What? You motherfucker, what?
Oh, and no smoking. This is a workplace. You're breaking the law right now, Mr. SpongeBob SquarePants. We are formally arresting you in breach of health and safety at work.
You motherfuckers! You Commodore motherfuckers! Reset 64's Craptastic 2020 competition invited programmers to submit games of their own creation to win the prize of being named Craptastic Champion 2020. The twist, the programmers only had 4 kilobytes to play with. The digital display on your microwave uses more than that. I'll be scoring the games for my own amusement. Each positive comment I make sees the game get awarded with a shite. The more shites the better, and the game with the most shites at the end wins. Something totally worthless. Tonight on Exploring C64ing, we're back into the Reset 64 Craptastic competition games. Even though the winners were announced a few weeks ago, I'm still cracking on and trying to review every single game from the competition. A big congratulations to Jamie Fuller for coming in first place in the Reset 64 Craptastic 2020 competition. Also to James and to Chris Stanley, who came in second and third place respectively. If you're off the podium, you don't get congratulations. We don't give out attendance awards here at the Book of Genesis Cathedral, but we do offer our sincerest thanks. I've enjoyed playing nearly every one of these games, and I am grateful to each and every one of you for submitting your entries so I can make dreadful YouTube videos about them. I really do look forward to following the C64 creations of all these folks, and hopefully I'll get a chance to review some of those. I know Megastyle have a dazzling release on the horizon. I'm looking forward to that. Right. Now, let's get back to the game that Carleton Hanley thought fitting to perform a quadruple amputation on a healthy beloved children's TV character for. Blockheads.
Shut up and sit down.
I swear on my eyes that wasn't my sarcastic voice.
This is my sarcastic voice.
Here we are at the opening screen. It's undramatic, but I'm expecting that for these 4K games, so there won't be any criticism falling from my stupid big mouth over that. We have an option to play with 1 or 2 players. Let's fly solo first. Blockheads has 3 difficulty settings, which isn't something we've seen often in the Craptastic competition, and I'm quite grateful that it has. The casual level is nice and simple, nothing too challenging here, just collect the keys and get to the door. It's not going to pose many problems to people unless, like me, you suck balls at Shinobi style wall jumps. I don't know what it is about my stupid bloody thumbs, but they just don't want to play ball with wall jumps. The normal level removes the keys and an obstacle is included. Rather, many obstacles are included. Holy shit, do you think there are enough spikes here? This is like being tossed into the Legion of Doom's laundry basket.
What about it, Hawk? Swelling of the fluid sac?
Google Blitz! I knew I'd find a way to get that in. The hardest difficulty level, Crazed. Pretty much the same as the normal one, except this time, see them keys? Go get 'em, boy! Good boy! Good boy! There are 5 levels with 3 difficulty settings, giving us 15 levels to tackle. The same with the 2-player mode, which are different levels to the ones that we've seen in the 1-player mode, giving us, to some degree, 30 different levels. In 4K? I don't know if I should be or not. I know nothing about programming games, but that seems very impressive to me. So, let us relive SpongeBob SquarePants' truly harrowing story by flashbacking to the moment he was thrown, de-limbed, into Mr. Handley's dungeon. You don't need to do this, man. Just let me go. I won't tell anyone.
It puts the lotion on its skin or it gets the hose again.
What? I'm a fucking sponge, man. What do you think that's going to achieve?
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
My God, what is going on in your head? I'm a sponge.
Don't you hurt my dog.
What dog? What the hell are you talking about? Come on, man. Just let me out of here. Just let me out of here and we'll get you the help you need. Together. Come on, man. What do you say?
What is the gameplay like?
Oh my God. What the fuck? What the fuck? Don't worry about this one, SpongeBob. I got it, mate. The controls are a little loose when moving horizontally. I'd call them slippery. How slippery? About the same as an eel who's cheating on his wife and borrowed £80 from you to pay for the hotel room. That's slippery. I don't know how to explain this bit, but it definitely feels intentional. It makes subtle movement more anxiety-inducing than massive jumps, and maybe that's the point. This can be tricky to deal with in the beginning, but as time rolls on, it becomes more predictable. It certainly does add to the challenge. Graphics. The graphics are bright walls against a black background. Now, I haven't spoken to Mr. Handley about this, but I believe that it is the same decorator that painted his dungeon who did the work on Mrs. Pac-Man's house. And I have to say, it's a look I like. The only character in the game could not have had less effort put into his design. Literally a smiley square. It does emit a dissatisfaction at having a spike the same width as it enter through the bottom. Oh. Hey, instead of making stupid jokes, how about you help me out of this fucking hellhole? Sorry mate, sure I'll help you. Just give me a second to evaluate your circumstances and... okay. Look at this wonderful scene from Murmotarius, designed on the C64. Impressive, huh? That's not a fucking help! Not with that attitude, but you seem stressed and I prioritise calming you down. But if you insist on being a jerk, enjoy your fucking holiday, dickhead. Some sponges are so rude. Sounds! Nothing but a beep when you jump. Meh. It's got 30 level variations. I guess something had to be sacrificed. All things considered, this is a pretty fun little number. I enjoyed it. I think the player can see where the programmer made the decisions to leave things like music, title screens and complex character design out in order to free up the space for gameplay and level variations. In my book, these were good decisions. It is also a challenging game to some extent. Actually, no. I'll get off the fence on this one. This is a game which I would like to see developed into a full-blown release. I'm not sure how other people feel about that, but I think I would enjoy rolling through 100 to 200 levels of this game. I would consider this entry into the Craptastic competition to be one of those which people probably have played through to completion often, although I have no way of knowing that without asking. So yeah, I'm asking, have you played Blockheads? Tell me I'm wrong in the comments below. Okay, the fun and games are over. Let's get the score in the game. Hey, what about me? To be honest, SpongeBob, having you report this crime in the intro and then talk to me later has really screwed up the timeline on this bit. I'm just gonna leave you to your fate. You I'm hoping for a big score for Blockheads because it is a game I enjoyed very much. Also, I need the leaderboard to look a bit more realistic. So, the number of times I made positive comments about Blockheads, including the twin turd turbos, is... No! It must have been more. Double check that. Is it? Is it really? It is? How does that compare to how many times I cast Carlton Handley as a psychopath? No, just in this video. Fuck! Well, there you go. Much to my indignation, Blockheads has scored 7 points. How did it not get more? This scoreboard is an absolute sham. You can download the Craptastic compilation from itch.io from the link in the description below, and you know what I would like you to do here. Thank you very much for watching. Good night!